Brooke Fellini.
Hi.
Good morning. Good afternoon. You're still Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And a Z Wilson. Mr. Wilson, if you could unmute and let me know who you're representing here today.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm owner's rep, Spring Hill Suites, Cincinnati Midtown, Baldwin Center.
All right. And what's your first name, Mr. Wilson?
Zach, Z-A-C-H.
Got it. All right. Welcome. Are we expecting anyone else to join us here today on this?
I'm not.
Let's go ahead and get started then. I need to read through our hearing script, which will cover the procedure for the hearing, then we'll be able to jump right into it. So this is the November 9th, 2022 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. My name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner for the city of Cincinnati. I'll preside over this hearing. Case before us today is case number ZH20220155. Purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and opposing parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any opposing party wishes to offer, excuse me, must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. If there were anyone here from the public, they'd have an opportunity to speak after the applicant had presented its case. I'll give the zoning plans examiner an opportunity to provide any testimony in addition to his staff report. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to rebut that testimony and or argument. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected after, within 2 weeks. Let's see. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make comments. I may also refuse to consider hearsay testimony. That's generally evidence you want to introduce that consists of statements made by someone who's not present at this hearing. Let's see. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect in the tech that prevents us from meaningfully going forward, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. All right. Last thing to do is just swear in all of our witnesses. If you intend on providing any testimony here today, making any comments, asking any questions, doing anything other than just strictly observing, you need to be sworn in. If that's you, if you can make sure you're off mute and raise your right hand, I need everybody to answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Let me taking the lead here for us.
I'll do it. I am.
Okay, great. Floor is yours.
We are requesting some location variances for the Spring Hill Suites on Eden Park. All we're doing is taking down what's existing and putting up basically their new branding. It's in the exact same spot. It's pretty straightforward. They just don't have street frontage. Each of the signs can be seen from a pretty good distance. Sign 2, which is on the east side, you can see from the highway, so it gives people time to get off. And then the sign 4, you can see when you're coming down from Eden Park. These signs have been here, I want to say, since the early 90s, I think is what it said. So we're just updating them and making it, match their new branding. So they're about the same size. There's not too much. The only thing is there's no street frontage, but you can see it from the main highways.
Gotcha. So is the new one larger then?
I don't think so. I don't have the number right in front of me. Hang on 1 second. If it is larger, it's only larger by a little bit. We're removing on one of them, we're removing a cabinet and adding in, here we go. The proposed signage is replacing. Both signs are less than 72 square feet so no, they're not. I don't have the right number in front of me. I'm sorry.
Will there be any difference in the way it's illuminated or?
No. The only main difference is this one's going from a cabinet to channel letters, but I think that looks better anyway. And same kind of with this one, we're kind of updating the channel letters to go from that kind of cabinet older style to just like.
No.
Okay.
But no, the new ones are. I wish I had the right number in front of me, but I don't. I didn't print out the right paper. Wes or Trey, I'm sorry. Do you know off the top of your head if they were?
What's that?
The new signs are the same size, if not smaller, right?
It's about the same size as the one, at least the one that's on the frontage facing northwest, kind of northwest. It may be a little bit larger than the cabinet sign that you're removing that faces kind of eastward. It may be a little bit larger, but I think it's a more subtle sign because it's like halo lit channel letters instead of an old fashioned kind of plastic fluorescent illuminated cabinet sign.
They're both within the cut what's allowable. It's just because we're only asking for the location variances, so the size themselves are allowed within code. They're just not on street frontage.
Gotcha. Okay, anything else?
No, that's
Miscellaneous?
basically it. It's a pretty straightforward one.
Sure. All right, Mr. Wilson, did you want to add anything or?
No, I was just here to listen, kind of see if everything was going to plan. So I appreciate your time.
Okay, thanks. Trey?
Yeah, David, these are basically replacing signs that were permitted in 2008 when the hotel was constructed. There are plenty in my staff report that there are quite a few buildings in the immediate vicinity that have non-conforming or approved or else requested a variance to have signage that does not have frontage. And I've listed those off. There are buildings at 655 Eden Park Drive, the Baldwin Building, 2055 Gilbert Avenue, the Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, 1801 Gilbert Avenue, Cincinnati Ballet, 2090 Florence Avenue, CTI, and 615 Elsinore Avenue, Deaconess Health, and they all have wall signage that has no frontage. So it's fairly common in the, in this vicinity. It's almost the norm because you have so many streets going by like this. I mean, you've got 71 Reading Road, Florence Avenue, Gilbert, Eden Park Drive. And I think one other point to make, I guess, with the hotel of this sort that's in a more urban area, the applicant had noted that most of the hotel guests are not folks that are local to here. They're either here for business travel for downtown or they're here for a major sports event. So the wayfinding component I find to be legitimate. That it really would help people because if someone's not familiar with it, even with GPS and so on these days, it's still kind of a warren of streets there because you have Florence Avenue and Eden Park Drive are both going underneath 71 and underneath part of Reading Road at one point, and it can be a little confusing, kind of a labyrinth to get around there. So I do think the signage legitimately helps with wayfinding.
Okay, great. Thanks, Trey. Brooke, anything in response to that or anything else in closing or otherwise?
The travel from going downtown to the hotel and back and forth is the biggest thing. So the wayfinding is, our strongest leg to stand on here. But again, we're just replacing. So. Gotcha.
Okay. So I want to thank you all for your time, your testimony. Trey, thanks for the staff report. Good work as usual. I've had a chance to review the application documents and the staff report. Based on that, the testimony, I'm going to approve the application. As you know, I need to formalize that in a written opinion, which I will hopefully have out to you within the next 2 weeks. If you have any questions in the meantime, I think Brooke, you know how to get a hold of us. So if anything comes up, feel free to reach out. Or Brooke, if you want a status update on the decision, just let me know and I'll let you know where I'm at.
Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions or anything right now?
No, I'm good. Thanks for your time.
Okay. Okay. Good luck with the project. Thanks, guys.